Welcome back, State of Decay 2 Survivors. Your boy Kungrex is Prime. Today, we're gonna start down a journey that I promised you guys I would do, and so I shall. This will be the first page of the Ultimate Survivor Guide I will be creating for State of Decay 2. These episodes are not gonna be very long, but I will jam pack them with as much information as I can. And today, we're going to start with page 1. In page 1, we will discuss which are the best characters to start State of Decay 2 at the ultimate setting in terms of difficulty, which is a lethal zone. Now, all these characters will still work and still be very profitable for you in your gameplay, in your actual campaign. But it is, I think, the strongest setup we can do now for update 37 and probably for update 38. Not a lot is going to change with all the new stuff that they've added since the beginning and inception of State of Decay 2. So we're going to get right into it. We're going to hit campaign. And let's say I want to start a brand new community, which you hit skip tutorial, and we're going to crank it up all the way to lethal. If you guys want a more comprehensive telling of what to do and what not to do on the specific difficulties, just drop a comment below this video and let me know. We're going to skip through this because I'm just going to talk about the ultimate setting, which is a lethal zone and difficulty, and how you can pick the best characters for that particular setup. So it doesn't matter what map we choose. I'm just going to choose Mega Valley just to choose it. We're going to go through some things in Mega Valley as well. And like I said, these videos will be provided to the open public for the first few pages. I don't know exactly when I'm going to cut it off. It's going to become a join members only thing. So for $1.99, you too can see these episodes past the episodes that you're going to be able to see out in public in the channel. But enough sales pitching. I'm not going to sell anything else from this point on. You guys are either in or out. Now, I've already unlocked all the lethal zone boons because I've beaten the game multiple times. But I'm going to just touch up on something that you should do first. The very first amenity at a very first legacy you should do in lethal zone or in any zone that you're playing on. It's always going to be builder. And you're going to say, why? Because it will give you fuel and water at a free charge. Your lights will be turned on immediately, which means all your mods, all your stuff for your facilities will work without you having to put a generator or do extra stuff or grab a specific outpost to make it happen. So I highly recommend builder will be your first legacy you do in any difficulty, followed by the trader's legacy. And this is there will be a reason for this later on, so just keep this in mind. These will be the first two legacies: builder first, trader second. I highly recommend you go that way. So we're going to talk about recruiting characters. I'm going to have these characters from the legacy pool. Obviously, some of these characters you may or may not recognize from my playthroughs. And one of the very first characters that you should pick for lethal zone or any difficulty is auto mechanics. Why auto mechanics? Well, auto mechanics frees you up to be able to build repair kits for your vehicles. Now, without auto mechanics, things get a little sticky and icky when you cannot find a repair kit to fix your car. And your car in this game is your lifeline. So unless you want to walk around throughout the map, which you can do with the vehicle, the game is so much easier. You can put stuff in the trunk of the car. You can do so many other things. You can even kill zombies that are highly pains in the butts to kill without the vehicle. So like, for example, plague pharaohs. All right, the next character class I think you should pick will be the programming class, which is a subsidiary to computer science or computer, whichever is the lower bracket for this. But programming is a way to go. I'm going to explain to you guys why. When you have a character with programming, not only can you up the time of your disruptor, which is a new key element to State of Decay 2, and I think in other lower difficulties, disruptors don't really matter as much. But as you get higher in the difficulty, like Nightmare, even Lethal, the hearts start to be connected by, let's say, multiple hearts, sometimes more than multiple hearts. 4 or 5 hearts will be connected. And the minute you kill one heart, the other hearts will wake up. To prevent that, you have programming. And you say, well, how the hell does programming change anything? Well, when you take a cell phone tower and you make that an outpost, this will increase the uptime of that cell phone tower disruptor, which will give you, instead of like an hour and a half, it'll give you 3 hours, and also at a reduced price. Instead of being 180 parts, it'll be half of that. So again, it's a lot cheaper and the uptime is twice as long. This would give you the wiggle room you need in lethal zone to be able to take out the hearts individually without having the infestation mechanic kick in. So it's kind of like a bypass, an important one at that. So you want to have a character, and I would say level your characters up before even going into lethal zone, and put them in your character pool and bring them in this way. So we have auto mechanics and programming. Now the last character on the list, it's going to surprise everybody, because back in the day, everybody, needed a pathologist or needed some kind of medical character. I highly recommend against that initially. I recommend that you bring a character that's going to surprise everybody with ammunition. And you're going to say, Prime, where the hell do you want ammunition? Well, in lethal zone, the only way you can catch a break, and I'm talking about a break, is if you activate the minefield. It's an outpost thing, of which I'm going to talk about at a later page in our survival guide. But just remember this, an outpost is going to give you a safety blanket. With ammunition, you take the fuel cost out, and you negate the cost as well of what it costs you in parts to make that minefield happen. So it's a huge decrease in resources, which means you can have more uptime also on your minefield. Instead of being an hour and a half, it's going to be 3 hours. Again, you have more wiggle room, more time, and more spaces where you can pause. So these are the 3 main character archetypes that I think you should bring after update 37. Drop a comment below and let me know if you think of something different, or that you think something works better. Again, this is going to be short episodes. And again, I'm going to just remind you guys that if you want more of this content, eventually it's going to go behind the join button. So all you have to do is hit the join button, and with $1.99 a month, not only do you support the channel, but also you'll start getting content like this. It's exclusive only to you. So anyway, my dudes, we're going to get into more deeper things in episode 2. Thank you guys so much for your support. You guys have a great day or night. Light, love, and peace. Congrexes. Checking out.